Hello, everyone. I'm Dee Hilke, and I'm substituting for Mike today while we're in the second section. We're in the kicking part of the second section. And so we'll go over a lot of those movements. And then plan for today is after we do that, we'll go on from there. Let's just go through what we know of the second section so far and see how that goes. Let's prepare by standing in cross hands. And we want to feel very much raising up from the top of our head. And at the same time, this relaxed waist. Oh, I can kind of see that reflected. Oh my gosh, you guys look really good. That relaxed waist looks great. Your chi is down, looking really good. Heads are up. Terrific. All right. Embrace tiger, return to mountain. Roll back. Press. Push. Fist. Under elbow. Repulse monkey. 1, 2, 3, 4. Diagonal flying. Raise hands and step forward. White crane spreads its wings. Left brush knee and push. Needle to see bottom. Fan through back. Turn body. Chop with fist. Step up. Parry, block, and punch. Apparent closing up. I'm sorry. No. Let's try this. Step up and grasp the bird's tail. Roll back. Press. Push. Single whip. cloud hands. 1, 2, 3, 'A single whip. High pat on horse. Right, separation, kick. Left, separation, kick. Turn body. Left heel kick. So how was that for everybody? You're
Yeah.
Was it okay? All right. Any particular parts you want to work on?
The kicks.
Oh, really? Really? Okay, let's do this. From especially since I got direction confusion here and started to mess with it. From single whip, let's do the cloud hands to single whip. Go into the kicks again. Get it back into our body, and then why don't I watch you both do it? Once, so I can I know where best to help you on all those things. So let's start from there. So we'll practice one more time. So from single whip, cloud hands. 1, 2, 3, 'Single whip. High pat on horse. Right, separation kick. We're circling our arms. Step, close. Separate our arms. Close our arms to the corner. Shift weight, stand up. Look. Toe kick. Change our arms. Sink. Step. Circle our arms as we move and separate as we bend our knee. Close. Open. Stand up. Look. Kick. And into turn body. Closing in and around on our heel. And we'll go through different ways to do that because I don't actually do that very often. All right. Now you get to do it and I get to watch. So from single whip, cloud hands. Number 1. And 2. And 3. Into single whip. High pat on horse. Right separation kick. And left separation kick. And turn body, left heel kick. All right. It's all right, Gail. It's all right. It looked a lot better than you think it did. That was a beautiful turn. Okay, this beautiful, beautiful turn that you had. The turn for left heel kick. It was nice. All right. Let me go through one more time, because I know that this is something that Mike's been working on with all of you. Cloud hands coordination. And what I want to do is go through the cloud hands coordination with the stepping so that you can get that. Because here's the thing, if by chance you didn't learn the long form first in your cloud hands, the stepping timing is different. Which so it is still, make sure you've stepped before you have contact, but you actually always step when you're totally full on one side and your other foot's totally empty and your arms are over to that other side. So let's just give that, I will concentrate on that coordination with you, and let's do that one more time. All right. So from single whip, we're going to shift our weight. Our arm comes over and our feet get to the side. I mean, our arms get to the side here, and we're only rooted with our toe now, and we bring it parallel, okay, in at that moment. Then we go through our cloud hands here, and right as our hands get to the side and there's no weight in your left foot, you're going to step out, root, and then do your cloud hands. And then when your hands are here at the side again, you should feel very full on your left foot, and your right foot should be able to be empty, and you can come in to shoulder width apart. This makes it much easier. And step, arms at the side, step. We're just going to do this. Well, we'll just do the one more, I guess. And then, as we all know, here we've, sorry, I'm not thinking about my hands at the moment. When we're here again, at the side, pulling down, and our inside hand coming up is when we turn. And I think you've got that one at the right moment. And then we just finish the cloud hands kind of to the corner. I think everybody's doing that right. So does that help, Gail? You want to do that again?
Yeah.
Let's do it one more time to practice it. Because if you've done the senior form, it's different, isn't it? Yes, it's different. If you're spinning around, it's different. Okay. Very reasonable that you would have that experience. All right, so here we are in single whip. We're shifting to the right, turning to the right. Our hands get over to the right. Now we're pivoting that right foot, and we've emptied it. It steps in. Now we don't really stop here, so we're not going to stop. Hands to the right, step. Shift your weight entirely to the left. Step. Shift your weight to the right. Step. Shift your weight to the left. Step. To the right. Step. Into single whip. You get it?
That felt better.
Okay, great, 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 wonderful. All right. All right, so I didn't get a chance to look at high pat on horse, but let's do it, and I'll try to look at everybody. We might as well do that before we get into the kicks, right? So here we are, high pat on horse, shifting our weight back, bringing our hand here and here. Nice. Nice. Okay, let me see you guys do it on your at your own time. Nice. Okay. Helge, it looks very nice. Your hand is not here. It's right under your breastbone, right here. Yeah. And you want to be careful. You want to be careful that you're still not like this, right? And I don't think you are. You want to still have this recessed chest, and rounded back. Yeah, that's the right height. That's the right height. Now, let me show you folks from here the timing of this hand and what it's doing. Gail, you'll want to look at this in particular, okay? This is our right hand, and I know I'm going the wrong direction for you. All right, so right, that's the first thing you think about, okay? So you're going to shift back, and that hand's going to open like this, and your other hand is starting to rotate, okay? So this is your first move. As you're shifting your weight. Then it comes in as you step in. It's a really quick step in. So goes like, let's see if I can do this. Here. No, it keeps coming in, I'm sorry, as you shift weight. All right? You're shifting weight, and it comes in, and it ends up being a very complicated first move. So we're shifting our weight and we're rotating, and then coming in, and at the very last minute, our left foot comes in one line, two sides. We are still, our body, our torso is still to the corner. All right. And we have, it's like this, except it's like this. And why would that be? Right. Nice. Nice. Because we're going to go right for the throat. Right. So from here, it looks like this. So watch this right hand, right? And this, and it gets all the way to here. It's hard when I'm watching. Here. And look at where those, see how I'm this way? Gail, see how I'm this way? Making my body very, yeah. And then you're going to go square. That's going to give you this. This. That's the whole point of this move. So give it a try. And they end up, look at where they are. Okay, maybe where your camera is. So we're here, and you see how I'm turned, and you see I'm turned so that I'm smaller, right, to my opponent, right? And I've got my opponent here. You can think that you've got hold of your opponent, and you're not going to let go. And what are you going to do? At this moment, you're going to shift your footwork and pull in. How do you get this? How do you get to pull? You turn your body and you pull in, and you pull them right into your strike. So it isn't that you have to strike out way out here. You only have to strike out about this far because you've pulled your opponent right into you. Right? So it's easier than you think. Yes. Oh, that was beautiful, Elge. Nice job. Yeah. Let's try it one more time. This is something that looks sort of so simple when you first learn it, and it actually is challenging. So let's take a moment. We are in our bow step, our vertical bow step here. And high pat on horse, shifting back. Nice, much better. And execute. Now, when you're done, notice, I mean, you're probably not right in front of your camera, Gail, but make sure that you feel when you look that your hands are in front of you, right? Your hands are in front of you, and they're not like this or something. They're, because you're going for their throat. Okay, good. It's just your camera angle, I think. Yeah, I'm not used to seeing that camera angle. Okay. Let's do it one more time because practice is everything. Right? And back and forward. Better. Much better. All right. Much better. And Elge, you want to just make sure it looks great. You want to make sure that you that your forward hand here finishes up its rotation, finishes rotating at the moment this hand is here for you. So watch my left hand. My left hand rotates, rotates, rotates. So this hand gets here and this hand gets here at the same time. It just seems like, because you start with your hand here, right? You've struck with your left hand, right? And then, yeah, it seems like you just rotate. It's picky, just so you know. It seems like you're rotating your left hand faster. It wants to get there. I mean, what you're doing is you've grabbed your opponent and you're turning. You might be turning their shirt to give you a good grab. You know, it's your, or you might be turning their arm, and you know, it's so you want this turn much better. Yes, yes, beautiful. That's the coordination you want. Do it one more time. Yeah, that's it. Yes. I mean, everything else you're doing about it is so great. So it's wonderful. All right. Okay, I'm going to suggest that we do this. I'm not going to look in, I'm going to try not to look in the right direction. So it's going to be hard for me. We're going to go on to the kicks now. And we're going to do them the first time without going up, just to look at the coordinations. Okay. So when we're kicking, we're going to be doing something, you know, something like this, right? And coming in, right? We're not going to be, if you can still stand up and go like this and like this, but we're not going to actually, you know, come up on one leg. You'll have your leg there, just so we don't have to, so we don't get too tired, and so we don't have to we can get everything else, and then we'll go to the balance thing. All right. and get it from there. All right. Does that make sense? Then you'll know, then we can check that we've got these kicks, because these kicks have sort of, you know, we'll parse it out in all the little pieces. Okay. So let's just do it once for right separation kick. That way, so you know where our goal is. So we can actually go back here and do this one more time. So high pat on horse. All right, all right, here we go. We're gonna circle as we take the weight off, come in and go out. That's a closed step. So our left foot has taken a step. Then we're going to shift, weight, and separate. Nice, nice. We're going to close our chest and cross. Nice. Okay. We're going to come shift our weight forward. We would be standing up here. And then we're going to look where we're kicking. Then, and only then in this form, do we kick out and do our kicking arms at the same time. Nice. And then as we bend our knee and bring our foot back, we're going to change our arms, right? We're rotating palm up. Nice. Okay, let's go to the next one. We're going to turn a little tiny bit to the left to get this right arm moving, and circle our arms and step, and then shift our weight and separate. Close our arms. Stand up, although we'll be, and then kick. Then we're ready for the next part. And in the next part, we're just going to step back. We're going to step back and spin on our heel, and our arm comes on the inside. Nice. And then a stomp kick. We'll do that this way. And then it comes in. All right, well, how did the coordinations feel? It looked good when we did it that way for everybody. Now, when we go and do it for real, tell you what, we'll do that. We'll keep it down for one more time, and then we'll talk a little bit about balance and how to make it easier. And then we'll just look at that last part of it, and then we'll try to do it with the standing. Okay. So, another chance to practice our high pat on horse. Remember your tips. And shifting back and executing. And shifting back, arms circle. Left foot comes in and steps as you've closed. Shift, weight, and separate. Nice. You're actually going to be looking, when you actually do it, you'll look over your arm, because you'll look, yeah, that's right, that's right. Then close your arms. Stand up. Look. Kick. Change arms. And sink. Step. Circle arms. It's sort of quickly you do that. And bend knee. So I want to show you this one more time. So you're like this, and you step, and then it's heel, ball, toe with that right foot, and into a bend knee as you separate. Okay? I think you all are doing that. Close. Stand up. Kick. And you leave your hands there, so only your foot comes back. I mean, your knee comes back. We're gonna turn our whole body to the right, sort of closing in, so that we look like this. So that we look like this. Nice. And then we are going to turn around on our heel. Now this time, what I want you to do, you can put that foot back a little bit, but I want you to make sure you're spinning on your heel as you come around. Nice, nice. And kick. All right.
Could you show the hands what they're doing when you're spinning around?
Yes.
Does that
Yes.
right arm come in
Yes.
right away?
I have a parched. Yes. So how do you want to see? I'm trying to see where you're going to see it best.
Maybe if you turn backwards first. Yeah.
From here? Okay. So we've done our left
Kick.
kick here.
Mhm.
We come over here and it comes in here. It comes out and in. So your right arm really swings in. You just have to remember to have a good body shape like Nancy would want, right? Otherwise, it's like, uh-oh.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Do really? Well, see, this is what cures it. You could have this is what will cure it. So you're good. All right. So let me talk a little bit about the kicks. I have days when I can do this stuff and I have days that I don't, just because of back issues and other things and my age. So so I may not be able to continue to do part of what I'm saying, but when we're kicking, one of the most important things to do is relax. Okay, so if you want to stand up right now and just like kick out, but when you do, you don't want your other leg. You don't want, and you can do it on the other side too. You don't want you don't want either leg. You want to be totally, so you want a Tai Chi pole that goes from here, you see mine, all the way down to that heel. And you want to feel very extended, but very calm. And then you're just doing this. And your head is still nice. Nice. Okay. So here. And when you're actually kicking, you're lifting this up. So another thing to practice is when you're brushing your teeth at night, because that's the hardest time to do it. I mean, the hard is can you do two things at once? Can you like brush your teeth? You know, if you can stand on one leg while you brush your teeth and keep the other one up, you'll get stronger, right? And you'll be able to kick. Sometimes it's not a matter of being strong enough, it's other things going on and you just need to not do it that day, right? Okay, so the advice I have to you is calm. You can even think of, there's one movement in the form where I tell people, just say wee as you're spinning, you know, just because it gets you to blow out too. You don't want to hold your breath. What happens if you hold your breath? It's like, oh no, it's a kick. Oh, it's a kick. All right, the first thing that happens is your body tenses. And the second thing that happens is, and your whole body tenses. And then you go like this. And up here is where all the extra air is. And you can't like do anything with it except that it's heavy. And you've just made your bottom light and your top heavy. And what you've really got to do is get your bottom heavy and your top light, even though your top is doing all this stuff. That's the whole reason, right? So what you got to do is you've got to go up and act like this is nothing. And if you're just going up this far, that's all right, you know? And then you do your kick. And you breathe out when you're kicking. out. You breathe in, you breathe out. You breathe in, you breathe out. And it's just, so when I do lotus kick, for example, which is at the end of some of our forms, and it's like the one that's sort of the hardest to not fall over on. I go up and I just get this super calm moment on. And that's what you're looking for. It is your opportunity to practice the 10th essential. The 10th essential is all about being able to keep your mind calm, right? So and to have all the other essentials there with you. So what are the essentials we want when we're kicking? We want to make sure that we don't tighten up anywhere, right? Except where you need to, you're going to come up and you're going to feel very tall and very suspended. If that's all you think about, that's enough. Very tall and very suspended. And then you'll be able to kick. Over time, it gets easier, right? Because what are you doing? You're moving a part of your body, for Pete's sake. It's like your core also has to learn to compensate for the fact of what you're doing. So you do, but your core will be all centered, and you'll know how to keep it centered if you have got yourself on this Tai Chi pole that's very straight. So that's my advice. Don't want to stand on your heel at this point when you're kicking, right? Even if you spun on your heel, depending on what kick, you want to be totally on the bubbling well, foot flat on the floor. You want to have that relaxed waist. All the essentials are there. You may feel that you ought to be like this because after all, it's kind of scary, right? But actually, think of people, you've seen people trying to balance. They balance holding these big, like walking on a tightrope, they hold these big things in their arm, like a big stick, if you've ever seen that. And having your arms out is actually, so that was beautiful. Oh my gosh, Gail, that's a great spin.
Except I got the arms the wrong way. And
the arms are easy in the end. Yeah, the arms are easy in the end. All right. So that's my kicking advice for you. All right. So let's try it. Kick or not kick, depending on how you're feeling today. And we'll start from here. We'll do it together, and then I'll watch you do it. All right. So let's see, where are we? Oh, we're here. Might as well, right? High pat on horse. 1, 2. Right separation kick. Circle, step, separate, close, shift weight, look, kick, change arms, sink step, circle, separate, close, shift, stand up, look, kick, close your body, turn your torso to the corner. You've rotated your arms, right? Extend your left foot and turn around on your heel. Nice. And kick with your left foot. Nice. All right, this is much better than it was at the beginning. Everybody is warmed up. So the way and I can only do it sometimes. It all depends. I have my days again when I can do things and I can't. But the way I got comfortable with this heel turn was to do little ones, you know, to not worry about how far I was going, but little ones. And it's actually easier when you've got your arms out and you're in the midst of doing it. So sometime when you have the chance, then you can. That's very smooth, Helge. It's very smooth. It's very good. Yes. And that's just fine to do. So, yeah. And come in. Yeah. Do it one more time. That turn. And then we'll go on. Nice. And into your kick. Your arm should be closed there, Gail. Now kick. Okay. And the kick. Here's your kick. Your kick looks, so you've come around. You don't have to get further than this foot to this corner. And good body shape. Looking to 3 o'clock and then kick. And it's fine to do it this way. Kick. All right. I want to introduce what we're going to do next. So we have a little bit of time left, and Mike can go over it more next week, but you'll have something new to practice. So let me just go over one thing before we get there. We're going to go into left brush knee, but we're up here doing this kicking arms thing. So how is that going to work? Well, we've done left brush knee before from white, let's see, white crane, right? White crane. So I want you to notice a couple of things. Let me get where you can see me a little better. So I won't do any footwork here, but so when we're in white crane and we want to do left brush knee, our arms, first of all, rotate, right? Right? They rotate. And then one goes down and one comes up. So eventually they're in this position, which I call, this is my right hand. I call sort of looking at your palm. And your left hand is in this position where it could push against the wall, right? So in the regular one, right, it looks like this. And then we do this, right? You've all done that before. Okay, so this is related, that may help or not. So what's going to happen here is let's see. I'm going to show you from both sides. So I'm going to show you from here first. I'm here, and just the arms now. So I'm going to put my foot down. Just the arms now. I'm going to close my body a little bit and my shoulder, right? And that's going to help me rotate this arm and get it in front of me. All right. So I'm going to do this. And I'm going to just bend this elbow. And then look, I'm here. It's that easy. Right? It's that easy. So I've kicked. And then I'm going to show you this way. I've kicked See how my torso's to the corner? Look at what happens. I'm closing that side, right? Right? And as I do that, this other arm doesn't move very much, just a little. What's this other arm doing? Intercepting somebody, pushing down. If there's something there, like you need to deflect down. And this arm too could be deflecting this way, right? That's standard, right? So for any of these. So we were here and we like this. That's going to be our hands, just like the regular brush knee. And I'm watching Hilke. Nice brush knee. All right, so from here, we can just do the hands, or we can do it like this, right? We've done this. And then we're going to do this. And then brush knee. Right? And when you brush knee, your foot is touching, right? It's a swing step, right? Now, how does that work out when you actually do the kick? Oops, that's where it gets kind of exciting. So here we are, and we have done our kick here. So we're going to elevate her down. This takes a little strength. While we're doing this, we're elevator down like that. This is actually the hardest thing in the kicking section. And then finish your brush knee. Okay, so let me show you one more time. Okay, so what we're doing, here, I'll come over here where you can see my, like I'm on my marks, right? I'm here, and I'm gonna come down and step out for a really nice bow step. And you do 10 of these every day or 20 of these every day, you're going to be strong, right? You're going to be here and you're going to come down. And so you're here and you're going to, I can't quite get my foot, toes down. So toe has to sort of skim forward as you go down, right? And then heel ball toe. So here we are, we're going to do it now. We've done our kick. What happens? We close that right side and don't move yet. Now, as we're swinging, we're sinking and stepping. And then finish. Nice. All right, if you have another one in you, we'll do it in this direction. You can follow me. So we're gonna do our kick. And then see, closing that right side, then sink, brush knee. And I believe you can start sinking as you close. So we kick, and then, yes, you can start sinking as you close and step. Maybe it'll be helpful if I do it this way, because you can kind of look over your right shoulder. We'll see. It'll give you more angles. Kick. And sink. And step. All it is a transition. You get so strong from it.
So Dee Dee, your body, you close it, so you're coming this way, but then when you do the brush knee, you open
Yes,
up
well
again.
done.
Okay,
You
okay.
always open. So brush knee is like throwing a ball, right? Brush knee, you open to the corner and you close as you throw, right? You're throwing a ball, you're going to do it that way, right? In this particular case, yes, absolutely. So we close to come here and we open here. We close to come here and we open here. Okay, great question. Super. All right, I think we should, Mike will go over all this next time. I think we should do what we did today, starting at single whip and doing the cloud hands. We have just enough time to do that, all right? And I'll try to remind you of the things we've talked about so you can practice during the week. All right, so from single whip before cloud hands, shifting and cloud hands 1, arms to the side, weight to the side, step. Arms to the side, weight to the side, step. Arms to the side, weight, step. This is our third one. We'll do the same timing. Arms to the side, step to the corner, and single whip. High pat on horse. Right separation kick. Left separation kick. This is that circle and separate the knee. Close your arms. Stand up. Look. Kick. Turn right. Open your leg. Turn around. Spinning on the heel. Stand up and kick. What are we going to do? We're going to come down, swing for brush knee. You can do it. You can. Good job. Good job. Yes. You're going to have such a strong core and such strong legs. Yeah, that's great. And remember, if you ever forget what you're supposed to do, just go back to the first section, right? That first section, white crane spreads its wings. Right arm is up, left arm is down, but they both rotate and they end up like this. And your arms want to end up like this too, because it's a left ward off. Okay, so you should be fine. Any final questions? All right, it has been so wonderful. I haven't taught in months, so this is great and so good. so good to see you both. Everybody take care and happy birthday to somebody who's not here.